Coming in at number 3 on our Locked On Senators NHL draft rankings from the Brampton Steelheads, it's Porter Martone.
Whew, this is an exciting player, Ross. The captain of the Brampton Steelheads put up huge points this year in the OHL in 57 games, 37 goals, 61 assists for 98 points. And then he had 9 points in 6 playoff games. And he had some time in international play as well. 3 games in the World Juniors with Team Canada. And then this is a surprising one. You almost never see this. 2 games in the World Championship with Team Canada as well. So something a little bit unique with Porter Martone here.
Yeah, not a whole lot of guys at 17 going into their draft. You're 18, I guess. He's an early birthday, October 2006, was 18 all season. Could say they've been teammates with Nathan MacKinnon and Sidney Crosby at that age. So even though he only played 2 games, the experience of getting to go over there and spend time and learn from some of the best players in the world, there's a lot more practice time in that tournament too. So it's not like you're playing an NHL schedule where, hey, we might have a morning skate, we might not. This was a great opportunity for Martone to learn. It also shows just how much Hockey Canada values this guy as a potential future consistent member of their national team. And for good reason. He's 6'3", 207 pounds, right shot, right wing. And even though he's like a power forward in a sense, he's not going to overpower you. He's not in a sense of like a Tom Wilson or a Brady Tkachuk, like not going to run you through the glass every single shift, but he uses his size so effectively in the offensive zone. And when you can protect the puck as well as Porter Martone does, to add the element of playmaking the way that he has, like there's not 2 players. I'll say 2 players in this draft that are better playmakers than Porter Martone.
And who are they?
I would probably say the guy we're about to get to next might have something to say about it. And Jake O'Brien would probably be my other choice, an assist per game in the O.
Okay, I like it.
I mean, Porter Martone had more than assists per game, but.
Yep. I like the way EP put it, Ross. He's more of a power playmaker than a power forward. I like they said shades of Mikko Rantanen as opposed to your Corey Perry's or Tkachuk brothers. Now, he does have that physical side to his game. Wheeler points out he battles hard, finishes checks, and even will drop the gloves from time to time. I like that he puts himself in a position to shoot, and then the D-man goes for the block, the goalie gets ready for it, and then he passes to set his teammate up for an easy goal. Like, he's just so good at that. The scout polls from EP gave him best vision, second best hands, second best offensive forward, and second highest ceiling. Like, this kid is a lot of fun, and he's going to turn a lot of heads. And any team that drafts him, he's going to go in the top 5 for me for sure. Any team that drafts him is going to be happy with him.
And it's interesting to see because early on in the year, there was a case to be made that he could be the first overall pick in this draft. And I think as the season went on, Schaefer and Misa had unbelievable seasons, even though Schaefer's was cut so short at the World Juniors, where Martone was his teammate. 2 draft-eligible players there. Misa got snubbed, but we won't get into how Hockey Canada decided to make that roster for the World Juniors in Ottawa. But it's interesting to see the development in the industry chatter around him on elite prospects. One NHL executive says in November, this is early in the season, if he ends up going 1, Martone will be the lowest value first overall pick in decades. Like that's a bit of a pot shot there. And then by May, an NHL scout says that he's skilled, smart, can shoot the puck and make plays. He does, though, and I think this can get into a conversation about his skating. That has to improve for him to be a top 6 NHL player, to play alongside these great players so that he can set them up the way that he knows how.
Yeah, but for me, Ross, his skills are so good that the skating, I'm not really that worried about. Like, he's just so smart. He's got a good shot. He's got great vision. He plays that physical style of game. I got him at 6'3", 208 pounds. Like, for me, you don't need to be an elite skater to be able to be successful when you have such high-end skills like Porter Martone does.
Yeah, and Elite Prospects does say he has the best vision in the class, second best hand, second best offensive forward, second highest ceiling, and the best 4th best shot in the draft. So he can beat you in so many different ways in the offensive zone. And that's why, despite the skating not being as good as his peers around him in this part of the draft, he is still an exceptionally highly touted prospect who will be the top prospect on just about any organization that he ends up being picked to.
Pretty much, yeah. Unless Chicago or San Jose takes him, he's going to be the top guy.
Yeah, you don't even think in those organizations?
He's not better than Celebrini or Bedard.
Right, but yeah, I guess that's when you get into the debate whether they're prospects or not. But in terms of like under 20, like I get that, and I agree that those two are on a completely different stratosphere. But with Porter Martone, you mentioned Connor Bedard, and if we do see a situation where Martone goes third overall, which would be Chicago's pick, feels like it would be a great complementary player for Connor Bedard as well, because Bedard's got that shoot first mentality in the middle of the ice and can make plays. And the hockey IQ and the vision and the passing and the wall play from Porter Martone feels like it would match up, just a match made in heaven. Not quite as good as Ivan Demidov would have been last year, Chicago. But damn, it would be a really fun thing to watch those two play together.
Yeah, for me, if I'm Chicago, I'm taking Porter Martone. Like, unless Misa's there by some miracle, Porter Martone is the guy that makes most sense for me.
Okay, so how many Sens stars then? Because if the Sens were in the top 5, I think I know your answer. But now that the Sens clearly aren't in this range, what are your Sens stars? And give me what your Sens stars would be if the Senators had, let's say, Utah's pick at 4th overall.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 5-star player, but the Sens aren't going to get him, so 4.5. But he's a 5-star guy. This is the type of player you want in your team, you want in your organization. He's already got a pro frame. He's got so many skills. This kid's sick.
Yeah, he really is. And plus 400 on FanDuel as of Monday, June 23rd, to go 3rd overall. So there's maybe some deception there, or maybe there's teams that value an Anton Frundell or a Caleb Denwye more.
Every mock draft I've looked at has Frondell going there.
Frondell, okay. Well, we'll see. Time will tell. This Friday. For more on our NHL draft profiles, go check us out. Individual profiles are available on YouTube. And Porter Martone is 3rd overall with an average of 3.71. I didn't even read out the rankings. Holy smokes, we got too excited with his skills. Elite prospects, McKean's Hockey, Corey Pronman, all at 3rd overall. And then Locked On NHL prospects, Scott Wheeler, Craig Button, and Bob McKenzie, 4th overall on their rankings. Caveat, Bob McKenzie's final rankings are coming out tonight, so we will be very keen to see where Bob McKenzie, who gets his rankings directly from a poll of NHL scouts, where he has him. And if he moves up from 4, stays put, or I'd be shocked if he moves back. Porter Martone is 3rd on our Locked On Senators NHL draft rankings.